Crusaders. Welcome to the Red and Gold Show. I'm Alex Benson.
And I'm Ivan Flores, bringing you the news from the 007 studio.
Congrats to members of the concert band and advanced choir. Both groups competed in the Music in the Parks competition at Kings Island in Ohio on Saturday. The advanced choir placed second in the 1A division with the highest rating of superior. The concert band placed third with a rating of excellent. Speaking of music, you can see, and more importantly hear, both groups perform in the spring concert tomorrow at 7:30 in the gym. The state qualifying men's quintet and beginning choir will also perform tomorrow night.
Seniors, to ensure that senior awards and graduation program are accurate, please complete all forms and turn in acceptance letters from colleges to the guidance office or email them to Ms. Verbarg at jverbarg@scecina.org. Speaking of graduation, Deering Cleaners will press your gown for $5.
The final collection of the Campus Crusade will be held Wednesday. The walkathon will be held Friday. Our overall school goal is $6,000.
Many incentives are available for those who meet their individual goal. These include multiple drawings for cash prizes and a grand prize drawing for Beats Studio 3 wireless noise-canceling headphones. Students and staff who reach their goal can be out of uniform throughout the end of the year.
With that in mind, let's cut to Lucy for an interview segment with a couple of special guests who stopped by this morning.
So today we have with us Miss Pugh, who works in Scecina's marketing and communications department. Miss Pugh, you're a Scecina grad. Can you talk about your experience at Scecina and what led you to come work here?
Yes, so I have a lot of family who has been through Scecina, and I met a lot of lifelong friends here. I participated in basketball, softball, and volleyball, and I've always been an East Sider, so I wanted to come back and give back to the community.
Okay, on to Campus Crusade. Can you tell us about the incentives that are still available for those who want to donate by Wednesday?
Yes, so these Studio 3 wireless Beats headphones are still up for the grabs.
So, we'll participate in the walkathon on Friday. How many laps are we walking?
3. It'll be just under a mile.
What are our class totals looking like so far?
So we have staff in the lead at 48.44% as of Friday. And then the sophomores are in second with 12.82%, freshmen in third with 12.3%, and then we have juniors at 10.48%, and seniors are in last at 5.1%.
Of course, the seniors will be bombarding people with water. Any chance we can avoid that part of the course if we don't want to get wet?
Yes, there will be a dry zone and a wet zone.
Speaking of getting wet, will the fire department be back to host students?
They indeed will.
What activities will we be able to participate in aside from the walkathon?
Okay, so dodgeball, the tricycle races, tug of war, and this year musical chairs.
Okay, you mentioned tug of war. The question on everyone's mind has to be, will Mr. Potts be a part of that again? And if so, will Griffin Fine and Mr. Potts get a one-on-one?
So yes to Mr. Potts, but if you want to find out about Griffin and Mr. Potts, I would definitely talk to those two, but I think we can make that happen.
Miss Pugh, what are your memories from Campus Crusade from when you were here?
So Campus Crusade is always a fun day. You get to be out of uniform, compete, be competitive with all your other classmates and other classes. Field day is always fun. I just remember always signing up for kickball only, so that was my favorite. And you guys should start a petition to bring kickball back.
Why should we get excited about this year's Campus Crusade event?
Like I said, it's always a fun day. You get to be competitive, out of uniform, get wet. Also, these Studio 3 headphones are up for grabs, and any proceeds over our goal will be given to the Catholic Relief Services and benefit the Ukraine.
Thank you for stopping by the 007 studio.
Thanks for having me.
There you go, Crusaders. Let's get money turned in and get pumped for Friday.
That's right, Crusaders. Get your money turned in by Wednesday and be ready to have some fun with this year's end-of-the-year celebration.
Ms. Young and Ms. Day are planning another trip to New York City. The Spring Break 2023 trip will include 4 Broadway shows, a Broadway workshop, and days filled with New York sightseeing. This trip is school-sponsored and handbook rules apply. Registration and a $175 non-refundable deposit are due by June 7th. For more information, email Ms. Young at lyoung@scecina.org. Now to markets for today's Crusader Clubs.
Thanks, Ivan. The Archer team will meet tomorrow after school in the gym. The book club will also meet tomorrow after school in the library. It's the final meeting of the year, and all are welcome to attend. That's it for today's clubs. Back to Ivan and Alex for more news.
Thanks, Marcus. Now it's time to see what happened on this day in history. On this day in 1866, the U.S. Congress passed legislation that called for the creation of a 5-cent piece made of nickel and copper. The new currency became known as the nickel. On this day in 1920, Joan of Arc was canonized by Pope Benedict XV. Joan of Arc was a national heroine of France. On this day in 1986, the action blockbuster Top Gun was released in American theaters. The movie about an elite fighter pilot training school made actor Tom Cruise an international star. The sequel, called Top Gun Maverick, is set for release on May 27th.
Now let's get some wisdom from the Bible with our verse of the day. In Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14, David writes, "You created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I full know that." Wow, just consider that for a second, Crusaders. God planned us before anyone else even knew we were coming. No matter what is going on in our lives, we have worth because we were made by God. Now let's head over to Teddy for today's Crusader Sports.
Thanks, Ivan. On Thursday night, the boys' golf team lost to Triton Central. The baseball team won a shootout against Triton Central at home. The team is now 9-8 on the season and 8-2 in conference. Today, the boys' golf team is competing in the conference tournament, starting at 1 p.m. Tonight, the girls' tennis team will host Speedway at 4:30. The softball team will play Cathedral at 5. The varsity baseball team will host a tough New Palestine team at 5:30. Good luck to all our sports teams tonight. That's it for today's sports. Back to Ivan and Alex for more news.
Thanks, Teddy. Now for our lunch menu for the next couple of days. Tomorrow we'll have chicken parmesan with corn. On Wednesday it'll be spaghetti with broccoli and garlic toast. Please remember that all menu items are subject to change based on availability. Now to Heather for a look at our weather.
Thanks, Alex. Come up with me, guys. After a hot weekend, we're looking at a beautiful day with a high of 77. Isn't it a beautiful day, Dugan?
It's a great day.
I think so, too. And with a low of 54, mostly sunny skies, tomorrow we'll be bringing more of the same, but expect some rain on Wednesday. Now back to Ivan and Alex for more news.
Our Seder Spice theme continues. This time, Mrs. Lowe takes the challenge. Let's see if she can handle the heat.
I'm going to fire some names at you, some
Okay.
Scecina individuals.
Oh no, you're totally gonna get me in trouble.
Who do you How's it going, Crusader Nation? Thank you guys, and welcome back to the Seder Spice Challenge. I am joined here today with Rebecca Lowe, our lovely social studies teacher, and we are going to run through the gauntlet, the wings of death. Rebecca, how are you with spicy food?
I'm alright. I like some spicy foods, and I feel like if I say that though, I'm setting myself up to do a very bad job. But I do like some spice.
Good,
So,
good.
I don't know. We'll see.
Easy breezy for you then. Want to jump right in?
Let's do it.
All right.
Which one's first?
First sauce, left to right.
On the bottom?
Front row first. then
Okay.
Back row.
All right.
And this is the Hot Ones classic garlic. Hot sauce.
It's pretty good.
Good.
Mhm.
All right. If you worked for the tourism board for Martinsville, what would you say about it to try and convince people to go there for vacation?
That is rough. Let's see. Vacation. Well, if you have kids, the city park has a really good pool with a big slide. Let's see. There's the town square has been like redone, so they've got some good restaurants. There's a couple of breweries and a winery. For a small town, it's not a bad place to be. I'm not sure I'd make it a destination.
Would you describe it as quaint?
Quaint would be a good word, yes.
Good
Quaint's
word,
a
good word for
yeah,
Martinsville.
yeah.
Alrighty. On to the next one.
All right.
This is just traditional Louisiana hot sauce. Nothing fancy.
That one's good. I like that one.
Mhm.
I use that one.
So you're a graduate from IU.
I am.
For all your seniors that are heading there next year, what are some words of advice or words of caution about living on a big campus?
Get yourself involved. So you definitely have to get yourself involved. There's so much to do. There's so much to do at the union. There's lots of intramurals. There's lots of clubs. And there's fun classes. There's like random. I took a sailing class as an elective while I was there. We went sailing in the summer. So like, just definitely get involved and find your people. It's a good place to be.
Awesome. Sailing. Really?
Sailing. I was terrible. I rocked the knots when we did the knots. I did really well with the knots,
Very
but
cool.
that's only because my dad took me fishing a lot when I was little. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
All right, on to the next one.
Yep. Let's do it. What's this one?
This one is our secret aardvark from Austin, Texas.
Okay. Okay. I like that one. I've had that one too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
It's got a little more kick, but
A little bit, but it's good.
definitely manageable. So last year you started a podcast.
Did.
Shout out to History from Room 213.
Thank you.
One thing that people didn't understand at the time was the time commitment that it takes to have and make one episode of the podcast. If you were doing an episode, walk us through what it looks like from start to finish.
So I have like a list of ideas, and I always come up with different things, and I just figure out what's interesting me at the time, and then I start researching it, which takes me the most time because I'm kind of like neurotic about it. And then I do the script, and then my brother helps me out. My brother has a recording studio, so I take it to him, and he tells me that I did a terrible job, and he helps me edit it, and then we record, and he makes fun of me while we're recording, and then we edit it, and I do all of the, I don't know, like promotional stuff, and then it goes out. So the first one probably spent about 12 hours on the first episode, and they're 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The last one was much quicker. I didn't take as long, so it's going faster. I think it's just me.
Yeah, it's a lot of time commitment.
It is a
Lot of time
lot. It is a lot.
But you enjoy it.
I love it. It's lots of fun.
That's
so,
what matters.
And it's a challenge. It's good. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's move on to our fourth one.
Okay.
This is the Lion's main Piri. That's from Heartbeat Hot Sauce.
All right. That one's good. I haven't had that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Hit me.
All right. I
Yeah.
know that you like music.
Mhm,
What's your favorite musical genre? Like, what's your
goodness.
go-to on a regular basis?
So, weirdly enough, I listen to classic rock like all the time. Like that's my go-to. Led Zeppelin's my favorite band
Mhm.
by far. But if I have more modern stuff, I'm usually listening to more modern indie rock or things like that. But I do love all different genres. Like Kendrick Lamar just dropped a new single because his album's coming out next Friday. Very excited about that. But yeah, mostly if I'm going to turn on the radio, I'm going to switch it to like a rock or an alternative station.
Okay.
What about you? Favorite type? Favorite genre?
I listen to a lot of indie rock. I like early 2000s indie rock. I think
Yeah.
it's because I was in college. I don't know, but I like indie rock. I like everything from that: blues, bluegrass, classic rock.
Do you have a favorite band? Favorite group?
My all-time favorite musician is Beck.
Of course.
I love Beck.
Have to.
Yeah. And he's just like goes over time. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite. It's hard. It just depends on the mood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wow, Mrs. Lowe is handling that like a champ so far.
Yeah, I hear that the heat level really goes up for 9 and 10 though. We'll see.
Yeah, it does. Ask me how I know. I hear question 10 was a good one, Mrs. Lowe.
It is. So make sure you check out the rest of the episode on the YouTube channel. You don't want to miss the ending. Speaking of our YouTube channel, our next goal is 482 subscribers. We only have 3 more shows left this year, and we need about 20 more subscribers, so keep the subscriptions coming. Don't forget to watch a video in our channel after you subscribe so you can get counted in our total. Let's see if we can find another staff member this year. That's it for today's news.
Stay classy
Give that little extra.
and subscribe to our channel.